Hi, welcome back. This is Seamus with Radix Strength and Recovery, and today I'm going to show you 3 desk-friendly moves to relieve your low back pain. This routine will take you max 5 minutes, and it'll only draw a little bit of attention from your coworkers. This first move that you're seeing is typically called a lat stretch, and while it does stretch your lats, it's also an excellent decompressive tool for your low back. The key to making the most of this exercise is tucking in your butt and then pressing through your shoulders while you sit back onto your heels. Now, what you want to do here is hold this for 30 to 60 seconds, breathing down into your low back. Imagine expanding that and sinking further and further into your shoulders. Now, why did I include this move? Because your lats connect your low back to your shoulders, and tight lats can contribute both to low back as well as shoulder pain. The second move here is the same spinal circle move from my floor routine, but this time we're going to be in a partial squat with our hands on our knees, or we can have hands on the desk like you see here. What we're going to do is start doing that cat-cow and gently moving our belly button back and forth. And then just like on the floor, we're going to start to move that belly button around in a circle, keeping everything else anchored. And we're going to go clockwise and counterclockwise. Gently, gently. It'll slowly start to open up there. So 3 to 5 reps or about 20 to 30 seconds in each direction is sufficient for this move. And then you can sort of step back, do a little side to side when you're done. Final move here is a hip flexor stretch. I know the half of the internet says you shouldn't stretch your hip flexors, and the other half of the internet has a really complicated mobility and strength program for your hip flexors. Right now, I'm focusing on some short-term pain relief. So that's the point of putting this move in here. But anyway, the hip flexor stretch. This is essentially a high lunge stretch. Stand in a high lunge position with your feet as far apart as you can comfortably stand and balance. You'll notice that the front knee is slightly bent and your back foot is up on the toes. So do a quick check of your hips to make sure they're both facing forward. And then what you want to do is bend your front knee and press your back heel back. This creates some tension and you'll feel a stretch on the front of that back leg. Now, the fun part. So what you're going to do is pretend like you're going to punt a ball and drive your toes into the ground. You'll hold that for 5 seconds and then release and sink deeper into the stretch. You want to do that 2 to 3 times, holding for about 10 seconds at the end. Be sure to do that on both sides. So why this move? Again, we're working lats, we're working the hips, and that's because the hip flexors also connect to the front of your pelvis, and they also go through your pelvis and connect to your low back. So if you have tight hip flexors, then it pulls the front of the pelvis down and it puts the spine in a compressed state, which can cause low back pain. So real quick, here's the routine. Try these out. Let me know if they worked for you down in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you back here soon.